Hello YouTubers, this is an update from my previous video about my torture, about what I go through again. This is just to keep you updated from the previous. I want to at least try to be consistent with my videos. I haven't made one since. I just want to let you all know the circumstances I'm still in, that I'm still fighting the same. The voice to skull technology, they still use that on me. I also get harassed by drones at night. I look outside my window and I see lots of lights above my bedroom window, and there's so many surrounding me. It's unbelievable. I believe that they're using not only just remote neural monitoring, but they're using drones and other different technological devices to track me and to just torture me. There's times when I'm sleeping at night and they're sexually stimulating my genital area. They do this consistently. Last night, they also were trying to keep me in a lower vibrational space. I could feel my energy depleting as they were trying to do what they were doing. I could feel it. I was lying on the bed, and as it was happening, I would try to change position. So I'd turn at least 3 or 4 different times in the space that I was lying in. But it didn't work. They kept on trying to pull something in my stomach. It's almost like they're trying to control my thought process. With the remote neural monitoring, they can, because they can also they can repattern your brain waves. They've also been trying to slow down my breathing. I feel that regularly. They slow it down. I'll just try and sleep basically, and I could feel them trying to lower my breathing, trying to decrease me getting oxygen into my lungs. It literally is a slow kill. My cells, they're still being targeted. I don't know what damage is done. I'm worried. I'm petrified to even go and get a medical checkup to see what my cells are doing, because they are attacking me consistently. So I know that whatever they've done to me, it's still occurring. And like I said, I'm trying to find ways to detox. So at the moment, I'm drinking purified water, as well as it's a grapefruit seed extract. It gets rid of any toxins you may have in your body. It kills any sort of parasites or anything else. And I think as targeted individuals, we need to be extra vigilant and extra careful about our diet, because that's one way they can keep us in a lower vibration. I'm still documenting. I haven't got evidence of the gang stalking as yet, but I'm gonna make sure that I get evidence. What they do to me when I go outside, they have police harassing me with sirens, and not only the sirens. I'm not sure where they are, where they're situated, but they use horns, car horns. They beat the horns, and it's a way to keep you in a lower vibration, because they keep you in a state of fear. When you hear those sirens, it's like an automatic thing in your mind telling you there's danger. So they do this whenever the target leaves their premises or wherever they are, because sometimes I don't even have to leave my house. I could be at home and they will use their sirens consistently just to try and terrorize me. This is the police doing this. It's not just the police. They have civilian spies. They have people around that they will come and torment. I've gone out and I've had random people walk up to me in the street and use trigger words to try and mess up my day. They do this all the time. I can't go anywhere in peace. If I find a peaceful day, it's 9 times out of 10 it won't remain that way. They will send one of their agents in. Their agents will come in and harass me. And the gang stalking is done to make the individual look insane. So if they say that there's gangs of people harassing them, automatically that person seems insane. It sounds ludicrous. What do you mean there's random groups following you? It sounds insane. Anybody would think it's nuts. But this is how the intelligence services, this is how they conduct research. They will have an individual targeted wherever they go, in their house and outside, so that they can now conduct research to see how you react to what's being done to you. It's done on purpose. Gang stalking is a purposeful act to make the person look insane. It's terrible. Gang stalking, targeting individuals, we go through hell. We go through hell. The electronic assaults that are attacked on us on a regular basis. The electronic attacks in itself is pure evil. Now imagine going out, and wherever you go, you have groups of people that you do not know. You've never spoken to them in your life. They don't know you. But they're coming around you and harassing you and mistreating you on purpose to get you to react. Once you react publicly or wherever, then they can say this person's not well, and then they can have people in the community to justify, to reiterate the fact that you are not a well person based upon the attacks they've done to you. And when you react, obviously it's a natural reaction. You're being attacked mentally on a psychological level. Not only psychological, because some target individuals have been abused, they've been attacked. I haven't been attacked physically to the point of facial recognition, but they've tried to force me to commit suicide. They forced me to that state. And I'm not a suicidal person. I wasn't raised in a family that does those type of things. None of us do those types of things, but they kept me in that position. Using the voice to skull, when I first got attacked with it, I was suicidal. And I can admit that. It's not something I'm proud of. But being a target is not something I'm used to. I didn't think that somebody would have it in them to attack me in such a manner. I didn't think it was possible for a person to use all their technology and all their gadgets and all their manpower to try and psychologically ruin your life. I didn't think that it could happen, so obviously I wasn't prepared. So I had suicidal tendencies. I'm sure anybody in my position probably would have felt the same. But I'm not bragging about it. I just want you to know these people are capable of murder. They're capable of ruining your life, and they're capable of changing the way you see things. They alter my perceptions on an everyday basis. I'll be sleeping in my bed and they're projecting images of people that I know regularly to mess with my psyche, to make me think that it's them doing this to me. How could it be them when this is so advanced? This is way advanced. They would have to be involved with the government for them to be, for any of this to be happening. And I don't believe that. I think that they're using these people and their faces and their voices in my head to make me lash out on them so that I'll go mad and lash out on the wrong people so that they can continue with their experimentation. They can continue with their research, with their R&M data. Because let's be real. Our brains are being monitored, and I guess all this gang stalking stuff is just to find out what our minds are thinking, so that they can track onto our bioelectric frequencies. This is what they're doing. They're tracking onto my brain. They've hacked it. They're tracking it. And they're projecting ideas and thoughts into my brain 24/7. You could say this is happening 100 times a day. 100 times throughout the day, non-stop. They're messing with my chakra energy, my purity. They're messing with it. They're trying to get me to feel fear. And I have no fear. But they're making me feel fear in my being. I can feel it. And it's pissing me off because I'm like, why are they projecting that in me when it's not my emotion? And that's another thing they use, is heterodyning. Heterodyning is where they can copy the emotions of an individual and then push those emotions back onto someone else. It's called heterodyning. For anybody that doesn't understand that, I would say check out the book by Dr. Robert Duncan. He's, I think he was I'm not sure if he was CIA, but he's from America and he's done some research on it. He's wrote a book about it. It's called the Project Soul Catcher, Volume 2. In that book, he goes into full detail about everything they do to us, about the torture, about the heterodyning, the way they can copy emotions from one person and send it to you. And you think it's yours. But the thing with me, I know it's not mine, but I'm trying to take steps to detox and get my vibration right, because my vibration, that's not mine. The things they project onto me is not mine. None of it is. And that's dangerous. Imagine the amount of people that have committed suicide over this. The people that have ruined somebody else's life or even their own because they weren't aware that the emotions were not their own. Imagine the little children where they're projecting these emotions into them and having them behave in ways that isn't their natural ways. This is what they're doing to children, to women, men. It doesn't matter. They're doing it to everyone. Everyone. And some people don't know it. The difference with targeted individuals, we know that it's not our own emotions. We know that the government are doing these things. But they want everybody to think that we're crazy. That's why they discredited me. Because I was too aware. Before they attacked me, I was way aware. And they knew it. So they came after me with all their manpower, with all their gadgets, with all their devices, with all their advanced technology. They came after me with all of that, and it messed me up. It messed me up mentally. But I was still aware. I still found ways to reach out to other targeted individuals. I still found ways to push my story forward. We need to do that. Because they tried with me to make me look mad so that people around me wouldn't believe. And because it's hard, because people don't research this stuff. They just look on the news. They think the news presenters are telling them the truth. They think that the people on the news are telling them more truth than what us targeted individuals are saying. And that's dangerous. That is dangerous. How can you believe them when they don't tell the truth? They're not telling you anything. It's all controlled. The media's controlled. The TV, stop watching TV. If you can, try and look at something else. This is some bullshit. People are dying and they want you all apathetic, watching TV, listening to their shit news. It's not helping us. The government isn't helping us. I'm being tortured every day. I don't see any agency helping me. No one. I've spoken to targets that are being raped. Right now even. They burn me with radiation. They burn my cells. They burn my back. They burn my body. It's completely bruised. I'm not showing the bruisings now. I probably will eventually, but not right now because of all the stuff. It's just too much. I want to get out there. I want to document. I want to start documenting. I haven't updated since the first one. I think I mentioned that at the beginning. But it's necessary. We're suffering too much. And we need to come together. We need to support each other because they're not helping us. The government's not helping us. The agencies in this society is not going to help us. So it's for us to help each other. It's for us to find solutions for ourselves. We can reach out to the MPs. That's fine. I agree with that. I'm for that. If we reach out to MPs, write report, anything, so that we can get the word out on what's really happening to us, that's what I'm for. It's so crazy, man. It's like the things they do to me. I don't even have the words sometimes. Sometimes I can't believe it's happening. It's so the technology is so advanced. The thoughts they put in my mind, it's like one thought after another, after another, after another. It's consistent, and they'll try to. I'm not sure if they're mapping my neural pathways, and my auditory. They probably already have that on their devices. I don't know, but I think they have, because I'll be sitting there trying to just, even if I'm just trying to watch something on my phone, or if I'm trying to do activism, anything that I do, they find ways to insert ideas and thoughts that are not my own. I'm sitting there wondering, how the fuck is this being done? But I know it's being done. It's just insane. They're in my ear constantly. They're in my ear. They breathe on me. And they do this thing where they do projections. It's like a holographic projection. And when I close my eyes at night, it's like blinding lights. All I see is lights. Seriously, I only see lights. And if I try and sleep, I'm now seeing shadow people. I see shadow people above my bed. And my eyes are literally closed. So I'm wondering how this is being done. And I'm realizing that they're using some sort of technology which is making my eyes, it's almost like they want to, because they can see through your eyes. When you're under remote neural monitoring, they can see through your eyes, and they have your brainwave signature. So with your brainwave signature, they can see through your eyes, and they can hear through your ears. Everything that you hear, they can hear it. So you're like a walking piece of surveillance, a biological walking piece of surveillance. It's disgusting. This is what our governments and our country's doing. It's sick. Our intelligence services are doing this. They don't care. They will target you. They want their research. They want their data, their R&M data. So they will target you. They don't care. And then with that research, whatever they get from you, the attacks that they do to you, they will apply it to another targeted individual on your street or a targeted individual in your area. They're targeting political anybody that doesn't like what's being done in the world, anybody that speaks out. They're targeting those people. And then the ones that don't know about it, the ones that just go to work and, kind of ignorant about what's being done, they are going to come after them next. Nobody's really safe. This is worldwide. This is worldwide. This is everywhere. Everywhere. This is the new world order at its best. You're seeing it. And they want us to hate each other. So we must love each other. We must come together. We must find a way to combat what they're doing. They don't want us to be peaceful on a high vibration, enjoying our life. They want us to hate our life because of what they're doing to us. They want to keep us on a low vibration so that they can steal our intellectual abilities, our intellectual capabilities. They want to steal that. They know we're intelligent, hence why they're coming after us. They need our energy, our light. I've spoken to a few target individuals, which I'm happy about. I'm happy I made that step to go and reach out to them. I'm glad I did. It's a decision that I will continue to keep on making. It's done wonders in my life because I meet people that are going, not just because they're going through the same as me, but we're actually trying to find solutions. Some of us have been turned down, but if we come together, we can make those changes. It's getting so hectic. They want us to just think that life's cushy and all this stuff. And I'm not just saying it from our perspective, but if you look around everything that's happening in the world with people in Syria and Palestine that are being bombed to death and the children that are being killed right now, if you look at all of those things as well, you might look at them and think, oh my God, their situation's horrid. But so is yours. The only difference is we're not seeing the effects. We're not seeing the effects of what the radiation's done to your body. We're not seeing the effects of what it's done to your brain, of what it's doing to your cells inside your body. Because we can't see it, you think that you're better off. You know we're better off. You're in the same situation. The only difference is that you're covertly being killed. They're directly being killed. It's deadly. It's just deadly. And I know that for a fact that we as targets, we definitely, I believe we're empowered. We're empowered individuals. That's why they come after us. Because we're empowered, because we know something, and because the information that we have, we will share it with somebody else, and then it will spread that way. They don't want the people waking up. They don't want the masses finding ways to combat what's being done. They want to keep everybody asleep, keep them focused on shit that don't matter. material shit. You know, superficial stuff is what they want us to focus on. They don't want us to focus on the inner self, or to heal our inner selves, and to focus on what our world, what our governments and what they're doing. They don't want us to focus on that, because then we'd fight. We'd find ways to fight this. I don't necessarily mean going up and you know, doing something crazy. No, I mean we would intellectually find ways to combat what's being done in a smart way, not a way that's gonna jeopardize our lives or our family's life or anybody else's life, but in a way where we can try and fight it from an intellectual level, from a fact finding level. You get the facts and you put it forward and you find solutions. It's madness what they do to so many of us. I've seen it, man. Some people don't want to connect though. That's the sad part. I mean, we're all dying. We could die anytime. We are being killed. That's a fact. Radiation, we all know radiation causes cancer. We all know that. We all know that we could die because the weapons they're using are advanced. This is advanced technology. And if they're using advanced technology on your brain and on your body, that is unhealthy. And it's happening to us on a consistent 24/7 basis. It isn't good for the human body. We know that we could die. And yet still there's targets that don't want to connect with other targets. We live in the same area. You mean to tell me you don't want to connect? I mean, I understand. It's like a sort of, you've been ostracized. You've been targeted. Some people don't want to connect. They don't trust you. They think you could be an informant or an agent. So I get that. I really do. But at the same time, we need to sort of find a way to understand that not many of us, we're not gaining anything by doing this. I mean, I'm not gaining anything. If anything, I do have TIs that support me, and I appreciate that. But I mean, there's people out here that literally think that you could attack them or hurt them. And it's like, I'm not trying to hurt you. I'm getting killed. I'm getting raped at night. I'm getting murdered. I don't know how long I'm going to be here. I probably won't even make it to my 30th birthday with the way things are going. So it's not a thing where I don't want people to be... It's important to be on your guard because of how many agents they do have after us. They have agents, they infiltrate places. They have them come around you and pretend to be TIs. I know that. There's people that are pretending. And I don't understand that shit. I can't pretend to be a TI. I wouldn't pretend to be murdered. I mean, I'm already ostracized in my own community. Why would I pretend to be murdered or pretend to be something I'm not? I'm going through this. I've been institutionalized because of it. I've got nothing to gain by doing this. I haven't got anything to gain. I'm not going to take anything from you or come around you and try and infiltrate. I ain't got time. You can check my background if you want. They've already discredited me on another level in my own community. Got me doing crazy stuff because when they attacked me, most TIs at the beginning of their attack. But if you were attacked as brutally as I was attacked brutal because they weren't just using remote neural monitoring. They were using voice to skull. They were using bear shit. Stuff that I didn't even know was being done to me until I started researching because I knew this shit wasn't natural. I knew what I was going through wasn't just some sort of occurrence, as they like to call it. Because the government, they plan these things in action. They plan it before it takes place. This was planned. This was meant to happen, but I didn't know. I won't give up. I still keep reaching out. I've done protesters with Paolo. Paolo's another TI. He's on Facebook. I'm not gonna go too much detail with his stuff. You know, if you want to find out what TIs go through, just have a look, please. But I've done my protests with him, and I like those. So I'm trying, but I'm trying to get out there a bit more. Trying to do a bit more. I've handed out a few leaflets outside Parliament. are trying to hand them out to MPs and people in the public to make them aware of what's being done to us with the organized stalking, the electronic, all of this stuff. In my opinion, this torture's taught me that the electronic stuff, to me, is far worse. I mean, the organized stalking, it's painful. When you go through it, it's really sad. You feel sad in your heart that people are going out of their way to make your day really bad. I understand. So it does play on your mind psychologically, because even though those people are doing that, it does something, even if you know it or not, even if you're aware of the stalking or not, it still makes you fear. Because I remember I used to feel fearful to go outside my house at certain times because I knew that they were going to turn up and try to ruin my day. Those times I really contemplated just not bothering because of how much they do. That's the painful aspect. But the electronic stalking is far worse. You can't escape. There's no escape. There's no hiding. Because the electronic is following you. It's like it's attached to you. Some sort of laser attached. I'm not sure if it's attached to your cerebral cortex or it's attached to your being, your vibration. Whatever it is, it's attached. And imagine that. Imagine going to bed at night knowing you can't escape when they're using voices, projections into your brain. You can't even sleep. You can't even get a clear thought sometimes because they're trying to interrupt your neural pathways on a regular basis. This is what they're doing to me at night, morning, after. It don't matter what day. This happens 100 times. It's sick. So many targets are going through this right now. And it's not even making news. It's not on BBC. I've checked. They're not putting it up. But they're targeting us. And some targeted individuals have had their brain hacked and their ideas stolen. They've had their ideas stolen, stuff that they were planning to do. They've had it stolen and they've been told about it through the TV, through the media. That's why I believe the entertainment industry is also intertwined with this whole organized stalking electronic stuff, because they're getting ideas from people. When they invade your mind, they get your ideas because they're reading your thoughts. The suffering's sick. These people are fucking sick. Whoever it is. I know it's the agencies, but I mean, to go this far, to try and destroy someone, to try and make sure they have no life, to force them to suicide. This is what they're forcing people to commit suicide. They're forcing people to do these things. These people don't want to just... Who wakes up one day and wants to go and blow up a bomb or blow up a building? Who wakes up like that? No one wakes up like that. They're targeting people and they're tracking them and they're forcing them with these emotions, forcing them with these feelings to go and do these actions. People, start waking up. Stop asking questions, please. These people are not crazy. Stop saying they're crazy. Stop saying that they're just a bomber. Stop it now. No more excuses. Look at the bigger picture. Please. You people are making it hard for us. You're really making it hard because you're buying into the bullshit. Oh, that person's crazy. I'm going to avoid them. That person's talking nonsense. I never heard about that before, so I'm going to avoid them. Listen to what that person has to say. They might enlighten you a bit. They might let you know what's really going on. These people, they're just dismissing people left, right, anybody. I see targets come out and they do so much activism. They're so positive. And they're trying their hardest with all the attacks that they're suffering. The electronic assaults. The assaults when you go to work. The job mobbing. I had to leave my job because of what they did to me in there. The job mobbing, it was ridiculous. I couldn't cope in there. They sent people around me and forced me out of work. You think I want to be on the dole? I went to university and studied 3 years. You think I want to be on dole? I want to do something with my life, but they're preventing me every step of the way. Every step. It doesn't matter what I do. Any job I go to, they infiltrate people in the job. They infiltrate. They send them in there. They start harassing you, doing little things just to try and get you out of work. They don't want us to be financially stable. It's murder beyond words. They fuck up your working life. You can't get no work, can't get a relationship because they infiltrate. Even if you do get one, it will probably be an agent. So us TIs need to be checking who we're with, even friendships. So I understand why some TIs don't want to meet up, but it's detrimental to think of everybody as a perp. We can't do that to ourselves because not everybody is a perp as well. So when some TIs are like skeptical of others, that's ruining what could be. Because we need each other. We do. Who else have we got? The media don't care. The government definitely don't give a fuck. Who else do we have? We need to support each other. I mean, I know they're all ignorant out there. I know they don't want to read. It's depressing. But we are enlightened. So fuck what they don't want to do. Let's meet up. Let's connect. Let's share our knowledge with each other and empower one another. Since they don't care. And let's show them what we can do with our sense. We're not stupid. I apologize if it sounds a bit... I'm not trying to get out there. It's just passion. Don't confuse my passion for aggression. It's just passion. You have to understand, I'm a torture victim. And at times you might hear some language that you don't want, but I'm a torture victim. And it's painful to sit there and be tortured 24/7. Rape. Murder. This is what they're doing to us. Rape, murder. And they're fucking us up, making sure we can't work. I mean, they had the managers in there acting dodgy towards me and everything. Even the managers were involved. It was so much. It came to a point I said, I'm leaving. I'm not working a minimum wage job to be psychologically belittled at anything that I do. What is the point in working a minimum wage job when you're being tortured and murdered on top of it with the remote neuromonitoring, the electronic assaults, and then you're going to go and work a 9-to-5 job where they're ridiculing you and then getting people to harass you in the job to make you quit, to make you leave? People don't realize the shit we go through, you know. It's fucking hard. We're prisoners of war.